Welcome back to the Marvel Movie Minute, a daily podcast in which we smash apart the films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe into 1-minute chunks so we can analyze them in scrupulous detail. I'm Kyle Olson from the Road to Infinity podcast.
Hey, and I'm Rob Cabasco, and I know how to say hungry in every language. Or at least every country that I go to, I know how to say that because it's important.
It is.
Because I don't want to be very clear when I'm hungry. Anyway.
Yeah, because it's very important here in this scene. So we are now at minute 10 of 2008's Incredible Hulk, directed by Louis Leterrier. And it turns out Bruce comes back.
Wait, whoa.
What a twist.
Way to go.
In the last minute, it looked like he was going to let her be harassed by tough guy leader. Poor Martina.
Yes.
But now this one, he turns around and comes back like the true hero that Bruce Banner is. In a way, this is actually more dangerous because this is what's interesting about Bruce Banner is that he's not Steve Rogers. He's not Tony Stark.
No.
He's not Peter Parker.
No.
The reason he's not getting involved is not because he's afraid. It's because he doesn't want them to die.
Right.
Which is an interesting thing for a hero to carry with him. This is back to the genius of Stan Lee. Like, he is a hero. He has heroic tendencies, but his biggest superpower is restraint.
Right.
Because you never know when the monster is going to show up. So he decides to get involved and hopefully do this in a peaceful way. He steps up and basically just asks Martina if she is interested in going to lunch with him.
Smooth, very smooth.
Very smooth. Yeah, just like, hey, you want to go to lunch? Like, just basically like, I'm only going to be ignoring what's happening here. I just want to know if you're going to go to lunch. And tough guy leader does not take getting involved in this situation very lightly and tells the gringo to get lost.
In this subtitle, this is a forced subtitle that you will see when you watch the movie.
Yes.
Gringo is capitalized.
Yes. It's proper name.
Is that?
I guess so. Like, I thought it was just a generic insult, but apparently
he
is not a gringo. He is the gringo.
He is Mr. Gringo.
He is El Gringo.
So that was pretty good.
So one thing, as Bruce is walking up to try and get her out of the situation, we actually see a couple things. So this is why you listen to this podcast. I'm going to translate the signs that are behind there. I actually did my research, got my screen grab, and found out what the two signs are. So as Bruce walks up, he's walking past a couple of pallets of stuff stacked up. On there it says Garrafas Fabricado. That means manufactured bottles.
Oh.
It's a stack of bottles, and they're labeled manufactured bottles. That's what they have on the side. Production designer, kudos.
Yes.
Nice job on that. Because
and let us know if you somehow listen to this and hey, were you my friend, the one the graphic designer who worked on The Incredible Hulk?
Right.
Yes, I heard about you. They mentioned you, but they don't know who you are.
Right.
You let us know.
Oh, yeah, because the other thing that's great about this is they actually put up once again, this is a plant in Toronto. Okay, we are in Toronto when this is done. So everything you're seeing was specifically put up for this movie. This is not an existing bottling plant. All the bottling stuff was brought in and done this. And the handwritten sign that you see behind Bruce's shoulder was also, somebody hand wrote that and put it up there for authenticity. Not knowing people this nerdy would go through. Or maybe they did know. Maybe they knew a way that people would get through. So that handwritten sign, it says, Botas da Segurança Necesitadas. That means safety boots needed.
Boots.
Boots. It's talking about safety boots.
Steel-toed, is that?
Maybe in that area, you were supposed to be wearing safety boots. Wow. Yeah. So that's what those signs read. So let me get back to, he's trying to get Martina away from these guys, and this is where we have the payoff of the Sesame Street joke way back, and I think it was minute 3.
Yeah. Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, or minute 5. I'm not sure. Like somewhere back in the early times. And this is a line that was made famous in the 70s television show of The Incredible Hulk. Ran into the 80s, but Bruce Banner would always say in every episode, his catchphrase was, "Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry." Basically trying to get people like, hey, don't bring the Hulk out or you're going to be thrown through a window in slow motion.
I will destroy you.
Yeah. You'll be thrown off of a building and very clearly be a stuntman. So in this one, obviously, because he does not speak Portuguese very well, he says instead, "Don't make me hungry. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry."
And eat a Snickers. Just eat a Snickers.
Yeah, that's right. And somewhere there's a sad trombone playing. Yeah. It's, I mean, obviously we've gone a long time, and it's sort of like it's a gag. Yeah, it's a decent gag, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. It is a decent gag because hey, here's funny.
It's playing off of the.
It's playing off something done a few minutes ago.
Yep.
So already there is more character development and attachment to this character in the first 10 minutes.
That's true.
Than a lot of other movies have.
Yeah, because Feet of Clay, like he's not perfect, he's not infallible.
Really, yes.
Yeah, and it brings a nice sense of whimsy to this too, because this could be a very. I mean, we've seen what a serious Hulk movie can be when everyone is dead serious about it.
This is totally a different take, and again, you've now attached by 10 minutes. You're attached to Bruce Banner, the character.
Yeah.
If you've never read an Incredible Hulk comic or known anything, you're like, okay, I have empathy for this guy.
Yep. And he knows that he's wrong too. So he turns. But they cut to a reaction shot of tough guy. Yeah, that's right. All three of the guys that are over there are tough guy. But this guy actually is actually a performer. His name is Nick Alachotis. Oh boy, I'm sorry, Nick, if I really screwed that up. Alachiotis. You got a translate? You got a pronunciation for that?
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, but he is actually a stuntman. He has over. I'll say, take a shot. How many credits do you think he has? As a stunt performer, not as this is actually considered an acting role.
An acting role.
This is an acting
stunt
role.
Performer.
Yeah.
40, 30, 40.
191.
What?
Yes, he is a hard-working stuntman. This man has been killed by so many people, thrown through so many things, fallen off of so many things. He actually, as a lead performer, he has 44 credits. He's been working since 1982.
And in his big acting moment, he got to look at the screen and
go,
"Oh,
exactly."
what?"
Yeah, but later on we'll see him again as he's doing
course.
stuff too, because he's a stunt performer. But he actually for a stunt performer, actually to get a shot, he has an entire frame, maybe half a second or whatever, but he gets to point to that and go, "That's me," and clearly it's him, as opposed to being covered by all sorts of latex or dressed up as another performer, which a lot of stunt performers have to do,
or blown up, or
but he's still working to to this day.
That's cool.
It's a hard working stunt performer.
Well, and it's funny because this just adds. It's funny, I think the best jokes especially when you do them like this, is it's funny in the fraction of a second before where he's like, "Oh, you don't like me when I'm hungry," aha. But then we cut it, he says it again, and you see this guy's reaction, and hear these tough guys, and he's just like, "Dude, what?
Did he just say hungry?"
It's just good. This is good comedy.
Yeah.
It's well played out.
So then, as you think things are about to kick off, our hero, our favorite performer so far, the plant manager steps in and says, whoa, guys, hey, break it up.
Cut it out.
Yeah.
We have bottling work
That's
to
right.
do here.
You're on lunch break. You're not supposed to be fighting on your lunch break.
Go eat a sandwich.
Or take it outside.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're not actually sure what it is that he's trying to do. Basically, take that outside. So Bruce grabs Martina, and they head outside. We cut to an exterior shot of the former chocolate plant, and then we get a little bit of a weird time jump here, as we're going to talk about. So we see Bruce is meeting with a man. We're assuming this is at the same time. This is after he got Martina out of there and was like, enjoy your lunch, and then I gotta go see a guy about a thing.
Right.
So he meets this mysterious man as having a conversation with it. The conversation seems to be, "Hey, did you get the thing for me?" And the guy said, "No, I couldn't find the thing for you." And Bruce is like, "Oh man, I really needed the thing." And the guy goes, "Haha, just kidding, I got the thing." And he goes to hand it to him, and that's where a minute ends.
And that's where we end. Which
we don't know what the thing is.
Right.
It's something green.
Because
that's a recurring theme in this movie, green. But we don't know what it is. But I can tell you in this thing that is a Chevrolet C10. Because I don't know. I mean, obviously it's a Brazilian license plate. One interesting thing.
It's a nice truck. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice work truck.
One interesting note about this is that there is a deleted scene you can find. That takes place in around about this time. Now, this is where I think the time gets kind of a little bit strange, because the deleted scene shows Bruce. It looks like, again, either at the end of the day or a lunch break. They can't really tell for sure. That Bruce walks out, and you see this is from Martina's perspective. So we're following Martina out. She's still wearing the red tank top, I guess, that we see in this minute.
Right.
She walks out and then sees down the street Bruce meeting with that guy.
Behind the truck.
It's behind the truck, and it looks like it's Bruce has his journal and he has his glasses, and it looks like it's when he's placing the order for what's being delivered now.
Right.
So And as the scene, and they sort of make the deal, and Bruce walks away, and he walks past the toughs, and the tough guy leader is wearing yet another tank top, a different colored tank top. So it makes me think that over this course of time, that all the time in Brazil, especially the buying plant, was much longer to one
That's
day.
what I think is happening because, okay, not to get too crazy about
No.
wardrobe, but
Get crazy
this
about
is
wardrobe.
pretty clear.
That's what this podcast is all about.
I mean, like all these scenes with the bad guy with the tank top.
Yeah.
You only have to have like 5 of the color of tank top, right?
Right.
Like, why would you have multiple tank tops? Like, it doesn't really. Like,
Yeah,
do you think this one brings out my eyes more? Like, I mean, that doesn't make any sense. So
the man looks good in a tank top.
right, so that's weird.
Tough guy leader.
Yeah, but yet Martinez is dressed exactly the same.
Yep.
So consistent. I don't know. I mean, we're really picking this
No,
apart.
this is what we're all here for.
Yeah, this is
why
our
the
job.
audience is listening.
This is our job.
That's right.
Probably insinuate that this is not all happening over the course of an afternoon.
No.
There is more time here going on, and especially if you look at that deleted scene where
Yes.
they're clearly implying that he's placed an order for something. This guy's come back. Yes, time is going on, which I kind of like because. I mean, how many times do we criticize a movie where it seems like, oh, well, that all happened in a day? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
You mean like Star Wars Episode 3, Anakin's Bad Weekend?
Well, it was a very bad weekend.
It was a bad weekend.
It was a lot of oh boy.
Now a new mystery, an old mystery has resumed. It's the mystery of the hair colors.
Oh,
That's right. Yes. Back in the thing, as he's talking to the guy, his hair is back to black. So I don't know. This must have been the same shoot. Or maybe when Edward Norton goes down to Brazil to do his exteriors. Perhaps the sun does something to his hair and turns it black because he's back to black and shiny again.
Yeah, it is black and shiny. No, and it's very clear. Like when you watch it to this level of detail, it's very clear. The continuity person was held up in catering.
Hey, it's like, not to throw continuity under the bus.
No,
but, there's only so much you can do when the actor shows up with a different color hair.
Yeah, and
you know, it's like, is anyone going to notice? Who's going to take the time? To
and the other
notice
studio
that
says you can't shave off your mustache. Never mind. All right. So
that brings
a mystery.
We leave with a
What did
mystery.
he get?
What did he get? Like, what was in that package? And we won't find out until minute 11. So we hope you will join us when we discover the mystery of what was in the thing that the guy gave Bruce.
And did Martina ever have lunch?
What did they have for lunch? Did he spend his whole time talking to the guy and not eat lunch? These are mysteries that need to be uncovered. Mm-hmm. Maybe was there a novelization? Maybe we need to track that down.
Oh, no.
So if you like what we're doing here and all the other stuff we're up to, you can follow us on all the social medias. Yes, that's right. We are on the Instagram. We're on the Twitter. We're on the Facebook. You can find us all by searching for The Next Reel. That will be the central hub you can use to find out all the fun podcasts and things we're doing, including the Marvel Movie Minute, which you're listening to at this moment. So we hope you had a smashing good time listening to us. We'll be back to talk about minute 11. Until next time, true believers.
Bye.